I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call for you.
Mrs. Gann?
Yeah.
Mr. Kinley?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins? Yes. No, one? Yes, we do.
Okay. I have a motion to accept the addendum, please.
Motion.
Thank you. Second? Thank you.
Hold on, you got
Yep.
There's stuff in there, so she doesn't have the line in here for some reason.
Roll call when you're ready.
Okay, Mrs. Gann?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Kinley?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes. Public participation.
You have Mr. Brown, Mr. Wheeler,
Okay.
Mr. Reese, and
Okay, Mr. Brown, start with you, buddy.
Foxfire, numbers are holding strong, good, consistent group. Some of the things we're excited about right now is, 10% of our students right now, I know it's not a lot, but we come with high truancy, have perfect attendance through the first half of the year, the first semester. So, some of the kids come, most of them are there because, they can't get to school, but, we found a way to get them there, and, so we're happy that 10% of our students have had perfect attendance for the first half of the year. Another thing, we just finished up the fall testing, so we have a couple seniors who are right on the verge, have 17 points, they need, that one more point, so they retake a couple subjects they felt strong about, so they're kinda, we're sitting with our fingers crossed, and they get their points, they're gonna be ready to graduate, so that's some of the exciting things we got
Yeah,
going on.
that's exciting.
Mr. Wheeler, want to cover the middle school and athletics?
Yeah, middle school, I'm just gonna hit on a couple, exciting things that happened last month, but the Interact Club at the high school, did a canned food drive, and the middle school, participated in that as well. For a little incentive for the middle schoolers, I told them that if they brought in 3 canned goods or more, that they'd get into our Christmas dance, for free, which was the last day, on the 20th. But we collected over 400 cans, so that was good. And then I believe the Ford, brothers came over, and picked that up at the middle school there, so that was nice. Something else we did over the holidays, this was pretty cool, Bailey Kuhn, he's a 7th grade student. He actually just came in my office one day, and just said, hey, I wanna do a building-wide Secret Santa. He said him and his brother, do one every year, and they donate, and, asked if we could do a building-wide one. And I thought that was an awesome idea, cause it came from a student. So, I said, if you wanna run it, then you need to run it and take initiative. So he made posters, and, he got his dad involved, which I know his dad real well. But he got his dad involved, and they wrapped big boxes, and they took care of everything. But, another incentive, just cause I thought we could get more gifts out, whatever grade donated the most, I told them I'd give them a pizza party on the, last day there. The 7th grade class won, but more importantly, we had, over 90 gifts, and those were all, unwrapped, unused toys got donated. So there was a nice article in the Daily Jeff on that as well. I don't know if any of you guys seen that. Last day, we did have a staff breakfast, and I just wanna thank the Brooks Singers and Todd Bates, cause they came over and performed for us, and it was just awesome. It was a good experience, cause, they just did a phenomenal job. We sit there, and I think about 90% of my staff came over, so it was good, cause it was pretty early. We started at 6:30 in the morning, so, that was nice. Also in the paper, and I don't know if you guys seen this, but Mr. Cazell, he's our 6th grade science teacher. You can nominate teachers, and people in the community can nominate, and then, staff members can nominate, this, that, and the other, but different teachers get nominated for this amazing teacher award that they're starting. I believe they're doing it monthly. But he won the first one of the year, so he was recognized, for that, and they had an article in the paper on that as well. And I think he got a $50 B-Dubs gift card. Last thing for the middle school is we did have 5 8th grade students, selected to the 2018 Ohio Musical Education Association District 9 Honors Band. Kinsley Stafford, Sarah Hawkins, Connor McIntyre, Joel Wagon, and Brandon Wheeler. So that was quite an honor, and them guys were excited. And then, like I say, the staff I got at the middle school is phenomenal. I mean, they do a tremendous job. I'm very fortunate to be at the middle school, and if you want to see what we're doing, get on Facebook, because I have staff members put stuff on there constantly. We update it and we keep it updated, so it's really nice, and you can see what's going on in the classroom. So, as far as athletics, winter season, you know, we're kicked off to a good start here. Boys basketball at the high school level. We've only lost one game, and that was JV's down at Marietta, and then they won last night against Marietta, so they rebounded nicely there. I believe our JV team is 6-1. Varsity's currently 7-0. And I just got a text from Coach Basut. Our freshman boys just won. They're playing in Tri-Valley Holiday Tournament. They beat Licking Valley 43-30, probably a few minutes ago, because the game started at 5:15. So they're currently 9-0, and they'll play in the Tri-Valley, and we're considered a big school in the Tri-Valley Holiday Tournament, which is surprising, but they'll play in the championship 10:45 Saturday morning against Bishop Hartley. So they'll look to go 10-0, and hopefully they win a championship there. We got 2 big games next week for boys basketball, so if you want to see a good game, I recommend. Warren's kind of a long trip, but Friday night at Zanesville, it's a great atmosphere there. They're currently undefeated in the ECOL, so are we. So the way the way our league's done this year, you play everybody twice. It's a double round robin. There's only one league champ, so we've already played everybody once. Played Marietta twice. We have not played Zanesville, but Zanesville's beat all their ECOL opponents as well. So Friday night should be a great atmosphere, and hopefully we can get a lot of people there. Girls basketball, they won their second game yesterday, so we matched our win total from last year. I can just tell you this much is we're growing and we're getting better. I mean, we've been in some games. We've been competitive. I know earlier in the year we were up 16 in the second half one game, and the team came back, but we're competing in games, and also, Coach Glass has done a good job we've had middle school recognition night, and we've had youth league recognition night, just trying to get girls interested, because the reality is our numbers are down, but we're not, we think our numbers are down, but so far, John Glenn, Cambridge, and then yesterday West Muskingum, their numbers are down as well, and they all call me, their ADs call me and say, can we play 2 quarters of JV because our numbers, so. We're not the only school that's having problems with numbers issues with girls right now, but the reality is we need to get them interested, and our middle school numbers are really high right now, so hopefully we can keep those girls out and just start building a program. But the girls play in a West Virginia, Ohio Challenge tomorrow at Marietta College. It's at 6:15. They play at Wood County Christian from over in West Virginia. They'll have a good chance of winning that game, and then we play Saturday at home versus Barnesville, and they'll have a good chance of winning that game. So hopefully, if we can win the next couple games and get in a little winning streak here, and then get some confidence going into the new year. Hopefully we can win some more ball games. Wrestling, our numbers are down a little bit at the high school level. Actually, they're up a little bit from last year, but the reality is if you can't fill weight classes, you struggle when it comes to like team duels and tries, this, that, and the other. However, we got a couple individuals who are just tremendous. Judd he's undefeated. He's 13-0. We finished, 5th in state last year, so expectations are extremely high. One thing that's pretty cool is he was a champ at Beaver Local a couple weekends ago. It's a Hopkins invite. It's been going on for 40 years, and in its 40-year history, there's only been 5 individuals who were 4-year champs. So Judd is the 5th in 40 years of the tournament. That's all weight classes. So that's a great honor. And then Terry Gatrell's had a nice start to the season too. He's currently 9-2, and he finished 2nd at the Hopkins invite. I believe his only 2 losses are to state qualifiers last year. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
the state runner-up last year, and then a 5th place finisher.
Yeah, so he's off to a good start. They compete tomorrow and Saturday at St. Clairsville. So that's their next. And then middle school, the best thing I can say about middle school is we got a ton of first-year wrestlers, which is awesome. Last year we only had 4 middle school wrestlers. So again, we're trying to build our programs here. This year we're up to 14. So that's awesome. We got a lot of kids that are wet behind the ears and haven't wrestled before. However, they're doing well. They placed 5th as a team at Buckeye Local a couple weekends ago out of 15 teams, and then we got a couple individuals who are getting some experience and getting better, and who are placing. So the reality is there, they just need to get some experience, and then hopefully toward the end of the year, especially now with Claymont out of the league, maybe we can compete for, you know, the league title. But, everything's going good at the middle school in athletics. So, come out to the game, we're out competing and representing very well.
It's a lot warmer inside than it is.
Absolutely.
Stretch.
Not a whole lot going on, this time of year. Colt Club Hoops is going to start up in January. And that's the, program that we started a couple years ago where some of our kids on the team are going to go and compete with other kids. It's modeled after the Special Olympics, but because the numbers on Special Olympics, it was hard for middle school kids to compete with grown adults. So we want to do a school age program, and, they've got 4 dates. It's gonna be every Sunday in January. The 21st is when we're gonna host, which is nice because when we got it up and going, I said, we'll host every week, I don't care, we'll make it happen. And now Cambridge and East Kearns have kind of came around and they'll host, so now we're down to hosting one time this year, but that's every Sunday. Most Sundays we'll play 2 games, just cause it's just 3 schools, and we'll kind of rotate that, but, they play 2, 3, and 4 o'clock. So if anybody's interested, I can get you details on where the other dates are.
Let's see, Mrs. Ames, Liz, tag teaming, anything?
I'm gonna let Liz take it.
Okay.
We, 21st Century Program, which is the grant that funds the Colts Club, had its on-site review a couple weeks ago from an ODE. And Debbie gets all the credit for it because she did all the back work, but it went well, we were compliant, we see another year with that. And I want to just stop for a minute. For the past 4 months, I've been able to work with Debbie one-on-one, and it has been tremendous. I have learned so much from her, and I know I have incredibly large shoes to fill, and I have phenomenal teachers and staff and students to support, and so I'm looking forward to the coming year, but I just personally thank Debbie for everything for the past few months to help make this transition a little bit easier.
All right. You guys gonna toss for it, or just gonna,
We already got.
you already drew straws? Go ahead.
Alright, so this past month, we had a student council exchange. I think it was this month. Maybe it was last month. I don't know if I talked about it at the last meeting, but I'm gonna talk about it now. I'll make it brief though. We went up to Shockton and we went to their school and learned some of the things that they do, and we got a lot of ideas for fundraisers and things for ourselves. It was a lot of fun. It was a good day out. Our SCCLA, we did Barks Back, which I know I talked about the last meeting. We were just getting it started. I have not gotten to see how well we're doing, but we do keep it up. To see that it's like each club gets to donate things and see which club gets the most, and it's like a challenge between them. And we also just had a Christmas party, which I put together for the club and the members, which was really nice because a lot of the freshmen that had joined I didn't ever meet yet. So it was nice like for everyone to get to meet and like learn everyone in the club. We just had exam week. It was scary, but we did fine. I passed all my exams, it's great. And all our college classes just ended, and I did great in those. Men did too, yeah. So I got A's in both of them, so I'm happy with that.
She gets that from me,
That's
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I'm kind of sick and don't really have a voice. But the past month we did the Angel Tree again, which is where the students will get assigned a student and an age and something they're interested in, and then go buy them a toy or clothes and bring them into the school. And I think that's just awesome. I always look forward to that every year. It feels really good. And student council recently went to Brook Elementary and put on a dance for them, and it was like a Christmas dance. And we had all the student council members bring in some toys, so they had all the students there to get a gift to unwrap. And I didn't get to go, but everyone said that they loved it and had fun. And Spirit Squad had a tailgate yesterday, which because the girls had a basketball game in the morning, and then the boys had basketball games that night, and it was just a way to get all the students and community members to come out through the entire day. We had hot dogs for everyone, and in between games, so instead of students going home, they got to go into the cafeteria, and there were like games you could play. We played a game
is not short and sweet. I just want to start out with saying that even with all the cold weather that's outside and the snow, it's always nice to come in here to this warm and welcoming environment that you guys always present. I always look forward to each of these meetings, seeing what everyone has to say, all their reports and things like that. And I love making them go first because then they get to feel that little anxiety of, oh gosh, it's my turn. That being said, I would like to congratulate the basketball teams for their success throughout this season. It's really awesome watching them play. They're all very dedicated to their sports, so if you come out and support them, try and talk to them, and you'll really see their spirit. It's amazing. Also, the Brook Singers, we went around to each of the schools and sang for the students, and they were all very excited about it. We asked them who here would like to join Brook Singers, and you saw every single hand go up, and they were very excited to see us, and as always, we're always excited to see them because they give us such a great response. I mean, our kids are awesome. With even over break, with the support of the teachers and the counselors and things like that, all of the seniors have kept busy, even though we're supposed to be off of school, applying to colleges and filling out essays for scholarships and things like that. So I just want to say thanks to the teachers who keep us motivated, even through winter and Christmas, to make sure we get our stuff in before the deadlines. I want to thank Darlene and all board members whose meeting this is their last. You guys have been awesome, very good role models for all of us. You guys have taught me to really speak out about issues and become a leader, even though when I first started I didn't really believe in myself that much. And I want to say thank you to Darlene, who's worked tremendously with us youth. And I remember Eric and I's first year, you made sure we had plenty of opportunities. So I want to say thank you guys for all of your work. And that being said, with her teaching us to speak out, with the meetings that we had about the new schools, it was amazing. The plan that we have, I cannot wait to see it start to go, get into plan, and I can't wait to see how the students grow in that new system. I think it'll be really good for all the students. But also being said, with the project-based learning, it is a good idea, but we also need to make sure that we keep in mind that there are a lot of different learning styles, and we need to make sure that we adhere to each student in that way. And with all of the freshmen and stuff like that, I know they've been kind of gossiping about it in their little groups, and they're all very excited to see how things turn out. Now, after all of that being said, I'll see you next year.
Thank you very much. Any other public participation issues you want to know about? All right, Candy, you're up.
Okay, approval of the minutes for November 16th, approval of financial report for November, approve the Grady benefits, length, and disability insurance as presented. This just kind of last minute happened. At the very end of November, I received a letter that showed our life insurance rates were almost doubling. We paid like $4.75 a month per employee. It was going up to $9. We had to cancel service with them it was CoreSource, within 31 days. So we hurried up. They told us about Grady benefits. We contacted them and met the deadline, so we did not have to take that price increase. So we got to go to Grady benefits and keep it at $4.75 a month per employee. Then recommend transferring the following funds from the general fund to advance support fund, $5,000, Beach Grove, $10,000, bond retirement, $57,000, then athletic support fund, $50,000. I have approved then and now certificates for valid purchase orders greater than $3,000. Some of these, like the middies, that's our resource officer. Same with East Guernsey, that's the resource officer for Foxfire. Okay, then the F is approve the agreement for deposit of public funds. This is for People's Bank. Last year I signed a 1-year agreement because with interest rates going up, I didn't want to sign a 3 to 5 year agreement like we have in the past. I contacted them this month. Our interest rate jumped a good bit, so I did another 1 year just so we could take advantage next year if the rates go up to increase again next year.
Okay.
Grant excavating that
That's
was
the
around the
track
fence, wasn't it?
project. Yep, I was finishing off the track project a while ago.
But on that, because, and I just want to speak to it because they were late doing the track project, they had a subcontract come in and lay the asphalt, they left it a mess. So between all that, we saved $26,000 on the track, which in turn we had to use to fix it anyways because what they left a mess, but yes, we got credit for $26,000 for the track because they left it a mess.
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what that is. And he did a nice job.
Looks really nice.
Turned out.
I think he's a graduate, I believe, after talking to him, he seemed like a real nice guy.
And this, I guess I didn't even see this one, the American Express, the $84,000, it's not an entire bill. It's one PO in that bill, but because it's paid as one bill, I have to have the check number and stuff for audit purposes. So it's not an entire $84,000 that's then and out. It's a small purchase order in that group.
All right, can I get a motion to accept the treasurer's report, please?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. And a second?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Roll call when you're ready, Ken.
Mrs. Gann?
Yes.
Mr. Kinley?
Yes.
Mrs. Meisner?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins? Yes.
Okay, standing committees, anything on policy?
The only thing there is the new little updates that you have with, either the gifted or the attendance policies or the email, like nothing of, anytime a House bill changes, it can change that policy, but nothing of significance.
Athletics, we covered with Cheryl, anything additional?
No.
We did move the equipment out of, that extra equipment for storage. But it's like some tractors down the road, so that. Legislative, Darlene?
Just wanted to say that I'm really proud of, our student reps that started out, 3 years ago, having you guys, and I think you've been a great addition, and hopefully we can keep this going. You guys do a great job.
And while you're talking, Mideast?
Mideast, we had we do a thing where we all bring in a gift and we give it to, and it represents somebody we've been assigned on the staff and everything over there. And then we donated to Toys with Tots, and it was a great success. And then, we moved forward on the driver's education, project that Mideast is trying to put together, because that's a barrier to employment for a lot of kids, not having driver's ed and the ability to get their hours in. So it doesn't fit all the pieces together, but it's one step forward to employability. So I'm kind of glad that we're getting that done.
How about personnel insurance negotiations?
There's nothing going on there.
Building grounds?
Frozen.
The truth.
Yeah, we have frozen.
Audits?
Just always ongoing.
Continuation?
Yeah, so far, it's going really good. One of my auditors just had a baby last week or two, so then they were gonna find someone to replace her. I've just had different ones in and out
Didn't
for
have
months.
anything to do with us.
No.
Checking. Community outreach?
Yeah, nothing right now. I mean, there's gonna be more and more of this as we get more into a facilities project where we're out in the community, sharing information, gathering information. As Rosalie talked, we had a meeting for 2 days and it's a think tank. It's not, we're not there designing and building, we're there saying, what does education look like? What's best for kids? What do we want it to look like? How do we get it to look like that? And then we go out and get more and more information, gather that and compile it, and then try to build something that's lasting and a good educational model. And to your point, you're right, every kid learns differently. So we have to make sure we touch on those concepts when we design a thing. And all the little things that go into it they're impressive, but very time consuming. So that'll be coming with community outreach for sure.
Transportation. No old business, I guess that leaves to you, Mr. Coleman.
Yeah, I wanna echo what Liz said. Debbie, we're gonna miss you. I mean, you've been an unbelievable role model, talent, the stuff that you've done for this district is truly amazing, and you can't put it into words, but I know you've affected generations of kids, and they're better because of you, and the board better because of you, I'm better because of you, and we hope that you stick around, because I could always use the bright, wonderful mind. We're gonna miss you like crazy, so.
I have grandkids in the district,
Yes.
so I'm.
So congratulations, we love it. I know it's a bittersweet day for you, it's emotional, but just know you're truly appreciated.
Thank you.
And also, board members, we have 3 of you, this is your last meeting. Darlene, Cheryl, Tom, what you guys have done, and I have a plaque for each of you that just says, thank you for your outstanding service and contributions as a school board member of Rolling Hills Local School District. What you guys have accomplished and done in 4 years is truly remarkable. Because I've been here with you on the journey and where we've started to where we've come from, and the stuff that we go through and the ups and downs, but you know what you've always done? You've kept kids first. And that's the most important thing and the greatest thing that I can say. You've kept kids first, you've done an unbelievable job, and the district is truly in a better place because of you. So I just want to say thank you, we appreciate you, we're going to miss you, and we wish you the best with your business, with CASA, with your new adventures with the village. You guys, I know, are going to stay busy, and you're going to be an asset to the community as well as our kids. So I just want to say thank you for your service and present each of you with a pint. And I'd like to get a picture of you at the end, if I could hear you, Cheryl.
Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
Hey, thank you. Mr. Kenworthy, appreciate you. Thank you.
You've come a long way.
We
Yes,
have.
we have.
And Darlene, appreciate you as well. Thank you.
And we'll be still meeting monthly.
Yeah,
so
feel
you can
free.
come by anytime.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, I'm still coming, I'm just moving over there.
Yeah, you're welcome to be
Better,
here.
you can see better over there, you know, I always.
I wanna make a motion to have pizza then.
You better hurry.
Wings.
And then, yeah, what a good start. Half the year's over, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's been tremendous. We've accomplished a lot in and out of the classroom. And thank you, student board members, you guys are terrific. And yes, we have to carry this on because you guys are always the best part, because it's real, it's authentic, it's who you are, it's not scripted. It makes us all better, and your appreciation of what you try to do for the district, I appreciate you. The things that you talk about uniting, and you talk about the pride, and then you're not afraid to say, hey, don't forget these kids, or don't forget these. That's so good, and it's mature. You guys have done a tremendous job, so thank you so much. And
You too, John.
yeah. But yeah, it's been fun. So you guys, and I know Darlene, your fearless leader, this is our last meeting, but we want to carry this on. You guys are tremendous and a wonderful asset. And I like to pick your brains because oftentimes you guys know a lot more that goes on in the buildings than me, so it makes me better as well. That being said, employment on A, it's my recommendation to employ the following: from Jesse Bolin, substitute teacher, through Joseph Wheeler, substitute teacher.
And motion to accept item A, please.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call?
Mr. Kenworthy?
Yes.
Mrs. Meisner?
Yes.
Mrs. Day?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
And B, approve the leave of absence effective January 3rd through April 20th for Natalie Ford. Natalie's went back to school and she's pursuing her education degree and doing some student teaching. She's been she's a fun woman. So that's what she'll be doing, student teaching. I believe maybe she in our district. I don't know. I think our replacement.
She was.
Yeah.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah. So some replacement too. Yeah.
All right. Need a motion to accept item B, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second? Thank you. Roll call?
Mrs. Day? Mrs. Williams? Mr. Kenworthy?
Yes.
Mrs. Meisner?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
C, approve the middle school volunteers from Tracy Langefelter through Jennifer Furby.
Motion to accept item C, please.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you.
donation from Bicon for the Brook Jump Rope team.
Motion to accept item D, please.
Make a motion.
Thank you. Second? Thank you. Roll call?
Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Whitings?
Yes.
Mrs. Scott?
Yes.
Mrs. Smyser?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes. I don't think we've ever rejected a donation.
Yeah. You know, it's every month too. It's unbelievable the support from our community. I mean, it's fantastic. And then E, we need to nominate president for our organizational meeting to be held. It'll be January 11th this year. It has to be done by the 15th. That's the Thursday before a normally scheduled Thursday. And is the time, do you have the time on that, Candy? That do we usually do it?
It doesn't matter, we usually start like a half hour
That's
early
what I
because
thought.
it's 2 meetings, but we can start half hour, 15 minutes early,
Yeah,
whatever
so
you guys
6
want,
o'clock,
whatever
but-
works for.
However you want to do that, 3 of you will not be here. And normally, Karen, Brian, I don't care how we do it, normally the president would before just carry it over to run the organizational meeting if that's something you guys want to do. It doesn't matter to me, so. So we want to nominate Brian Stoney as president pro tem for the organizational meeting to be held January 11th at 6 p.m.
Okay. A motion to accept item E, please.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. And a second? Thank you. Roll call?
Mrs. Scott?
Yes.
Mrs. Whitings? Yes. Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Smyser?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
G, we have to appoint by the 31st, a Mideast Career Center Board Representative. Darlene served that role, and this is a 3-year term, I believe is what it was. So we need to appoint a new member for the Mideast Career Center Board.
I have a question on that. I think maybe we should wait and allow the new board to do that, seeing as how,
We would normally, but it has to be done by December 31st.
He tried to wait.
Yeah. So I don't care who, you can nominate somebody that's going to be on the board, I mean, but we have to have it to them by the end of this year.
do we lose that seat or what?
No, you don't lose it, but they have to, by the law, I guess, policy, have it for the. So I don't,
If we put somebody on,
you
and
can,
then after we
Yeah.
reconvene.
Okay,
we
because
can
that's what
change
we did
that,
with
right?
Rick Walters was in that
Rick,
position, and
yep.
then Darlene took it.
and Darlene, that's fine, I
So
don't,
they can bring it up at the next meeting at their.
you can go into old business and change it, absolutely.
I
This isn't for me, I don't know how their board works. I just know Dr. Hall said they have to have the appointment by the 31st.
I know that we had the opportunity,
Yeah.
I agree with him, we had the opportunity to set our choice person.
Right.
And I feel respectfully that the new board should have their
Extend
opportunity.
that courtesy.
Fine
to
with
them.
me. So we could, like, you could have anybody do it, and then at the next meeting, I'll give it to Richard, say Darlene Miser, or whoever, Ryan Stoney, just pick a name. And then, if there's a change, I'm sure we can do resign from that position and appoint a new position to that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like I said, doesn't matter to me.
Oh, we can allow them that opportunity. That's
I
all.
like
I
it.
just felt like we had that opportunity.
I like it.
I like.
And I think we did it the same way, like, this would make sense to me to nominate, like, Darlene to stay on, and then Darlene obviously probably doesn't necessarily want to, then when we get a new city board next month, we can, however you want to do it, I don't.
Is that okay,
Is
Darlene?
is that a conflict?
What's the vote?
Is that a conflict by when an expired term takes place? Don't you have to be a board member to serve on that board?
No, you don't have to be a board member at all,
No.
you could be a business official, you don't have to be a sitting board
That
member.
aspect.
There's qualifications you have to meet that, a lot of people could meet, but, you don't have to be a sitting, you can nominate anybody. Anybody within the district, the community.
Yeah.
So what am I hearing? We'll assign Darlene that and.
Just allow her to continue that position
It's
and
easier
then.
that way. And then let's them pick.
Yeah,
who
then they can
wanna have.
pick, cause it,
They can choose.
that's not, I don't care.
Then we fulfill the requirement that they want, and
Yeah.
then that way they can, when they meet, they can
They like to have somebody business oriented and stuff.
Yeah, that's part of it. But we have a lot of I would prefer it to be somebody on the board, like so that way we get board reports and all that. Like, so the next month meeting, we can figure all of that stuff out, so. But then, the Mideast career is obviously completely separate from us, so I don't go to the meetings, I don't know.
Yeah, you get a, board bulletin, you also get this the following, within usually the week, and then that kind of refreshes your memory.
It's usually not a real, people don't want it, but, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do Darlene, if this is okay, what I'm hearing, appoint Darlene Miser with the understanding that we're gonna revisit this with the new current board in January. And then they may say, we want Darlene, and they may have to try to twist your arm, or they may say, no, I'd love to volunteer and do that, and then people will love that too.
Is there food involved there?
You do have
Nice
to.
try. Nice try,
There you
Brad.
go.
When do you think we wanna revisit this?
The
Some nice stuff.
second
Me
Monday.
too.
So we'll go appoint Darlene Miser for the 3-year term at Mideast Career Technical Center, Board of Education effective January 1st, expiring December 31st. With the understanding we're gonna revisit this at the next month's meeting.
And a motion to accept item G, please.
Since I brought it up, I guess I'll make a
Yeah,
motion.
you're kind of tied in.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Roll call?
Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Dad?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
You're fine. You would, you can't go to jail for that.
But I agree, Tom. Good move. Approve the Neola policies as presented on H.
Need a motion to accept item H, please? Second. President Fike?
Who second?
Darlene.
Roll call?
Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mrs. Gad?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
I approve the resolution between Rolling Hills Local School District Board of Education and Ohio Facilities Construction Commission as presented. What that's doing is telling the high school construction commission that, hey, we would like to take advantage of your funding. And it went from 60% to 49% funding, so we lost 11% just a few months, which is a shame, but that's the formula. But it's still 49% funded is still a pretty nice chunk. So that would go to their April commission.
Okay. Motion to accept item I, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call?
Mr. Kimberly? Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mrs. Dad?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
And approve the resolution between Rolling Hills Local School District Board of Education, the High School Board Association, OSBA, as presented.
A motion for item J, please.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Okay. Roll call when you're ready.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Gad?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Okay, accept the resignation of Tina Wright effective December 15th, 2017.
Motion to accept item K, please.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Second.
I can second.
Roll call?
Mrs. Gad?
Yes.
Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
L, approve the agreement between Rolling Hills Local School District and North Coast Shared Service Alliance as presented. What this is we have a substitute shortage, and this is a recruitment tool that Randy Lucas and East Central Ohio Education Services Center has had a lot of success with. So we're trying to recruit some substitutes so we can fill some position because it's starting to affect the educational process when you don't have good quality subs or a sub at all.
Need a motion to accept item L, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Roll call?
Mrs. Gad?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Kimberly?
Yes.
Mrs. Miser?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
And M, Guernsey County Power Station contract as presented. A few months back, we approved the term sheet, and now they've taken all that term sheet and worked and made a contract, which all the terms and everything from the term sheet are in, so it's the same term, so it's just approving the contract.
Okay, motion for item M, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Mrs. Camp?
Yes.
Mrs. Meisner?
Yes.
Mr. Kimball?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
And I don't wanna downplay that one, I mean, that's super exciting. I mean, let's be honest, that's super, it's a big deal, it's fortunate, it's gonna benefit this community greatly, and $43 million type deal, it's exciting, super exciting times.
I like how you listed it M for medical. That's cool. That's good.
Yeah, that's exactly the rate.
I'm sure there's more thought.
Yep.
No informational items. We do have a need for an executive session to consider employment and compensation with public employee. May I have a motion to go into executive, please?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Sharon. And a second?
Second?
Thank you. And roll call.
Mrs. Camp?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Kimball?
Yes.
Mrs. Meisner?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Debbie,
Yes.
you're awesome. I need a hug before you leave. Yes. Okay. Mike? Yeah. Okay. Good, how are you? Oh, yeah.